up here. We're hugging and kissing over here, and 2 minutes later, he's acting like a fucking jerk.
No. You insulted him a little bit. Got a little out of order yourself.
All right. Welcome everybody to another BDA Boxing podcast. Boxing? The fuck is that? BDA Boxing podcast, broadcasting to you live from the True North. This is your friend Mr. BDA, and alongside with me as always my trusty co-host, the one, the only King Bucho. King, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Now you guys know the drill. You know the gosh darn drill. We're gonna get right down to business, but before that, we gotta get some things out of the way. Don't forget to like, subscribe to BDA Live, check out our Patreon page, check out our PayPal page. Don't forget you can download these episodes live on Spreaker and on iTunes. I don't know why I said live for that, but that's the way it goes. Now let's give a shout out to everybody in the chat room. We got a lot to talk about, well, in terms of the latest news. We got Subash, Kunwar, Revolucion, New Day, Shepherd of Sons, Sarah Lopez George, G Boogie, New Day, Uncle Burnt Apostrophe, Rasclot 222, and many more. Jack Cleary, Virtuoso, who says Big Baby ate too many Clen burgers. Yeah, he I think he went to the same restaurant that Canelo used to go to. What else are people saying? Chin Yellow Farmer says Ortiz is on deck. What you gonna do? G-Boog says, I guess you're trying to pronounce boxing, BDA. That's the Mexican slang. Yeah, when you have a hard time pronouncing boxing, that's when you know either you're retarded or you've been drinking too much. No disrespect. New Day says David Hay said to Eddie Hearn that if Chisora gets KO's Gashi on the weekend, put him down for the AJ fight. Well, I don't know if anybody's been living under a rock. If somebody's been living under a rock, the Anthony Joshua versus Jarrell Big Baby Miller fight is in danger of being cancelled. Probably will be cancelled. Miller tested positive for a banned substance called GW501516, also known as Endurable in the black market. And now the fight is in jeopardy, and they're trying to scramble to see if he might fight. They're trying to see if maybe they can get Ortiz in there. Some people are saying Nowacki. Some fans want to see Dylan White in there. Long story short, Bucho, this is turning into a big fat mess, and it's all because of Big Fat Miller. Now, we've seen this type of story before where a guy tests positive for something, and it turns out it wasn't a big deal, or you had to look at it in the context, like with the, what's his name? Povetkin situation. What do you think is going to happen here? Do you think we got to wait and see before we start casting any aspersions?
I think the fight's going to be canceled. I don't see how it wouldn't be canceled. To be honest, I don't think the fight should be canceled, man. Because
why not?
Because, man, who gives a shit? What did he take? Like some weight losing thing? Like, I don't look. Listen, PEDs is not my
expertise.
Forte, Yeah.
Well, it's not mine either.
But
it's not mine either,
man,
but
let them fight, man. Let them fight. It's not like AJ is not on something anyway, right?
I was gonna say, in a perfect world, yeah, let them fight. I mean, you look at Anthony Joshua. You don't, like you said, you don't think he's on something, but he hasn't tested positive for anything. And by the way, the other thing coming to light right now, people are talking about this, is that Miller had already proven tested had already tested positive for something else, another banned substance, which is called methylhexanamine, whatever the hell. It's a nasal decongestant apparently, but it's also considered a stimulant. Now I don't know exactly what happened in that situation. Apparently that was for a kickboxing bout, and he was issued a $2,500 fine and a 9-month suspension by the California State Athletic Commission. But I don't know if that was overturned or not or whatever. It's just referenced in the boxing article that I'm reading. But suffice to say, somebody else had mentioned it. I forget who had said that in this podcast. Might have been me, might have been you, I forget. But somebody else had said, look, you look at Baby Miller, 300 pounds. He's able to go 12 rounds easily. There's something wrong
easily?
there.
Wait, hold on. When did we see him go 12 rounds easily? I mean, I don't understand.
Well, easily in the terms of when have you ever seen a 300? He went 12 rounds against Duhapis, and he beat him clearly.
Oh, yeah.
And he beat him clearly. And okay, you're trying to say, well, we've never seen him go 12 rounds before.
Well, not really.
That's to my point. He's knocking people out and looking good doing it. And he's a fatso, 300-pounder. I've never seen a 300-pounder be able to perform the way he does or to the level that he's doing it at. There's something suspect, and now this comes out, and you gotta wonder what the hell, But like you said, I know we've talked about this before in the podcast. He's not the only one doing this at the top level, but the fact remains he's the only one right now in this situation between him and Joshua that's tested positive. So it's, you know what I mean. So in a perfect world, like you said, let the fight go on, but he did test fucking positive now. Like, let's look what people in this chat room are saying. Magic Man says the only reason people get caught is because they get lazy. Look at lazy. Lance Armstrong, he did not fail a single test. New Day says, they're talking about Lemieux. Apparently he pulled out of the fight. Bucho is defending. Yeah, apparently he's got a hand injury. As he says, Bucho is defending Miller. Disgraceful. I agree. You're a disgraceful piece of shit, Bucho. You're disgraceful.
Come on.
Shomo says Butterbean only had 4 rounders. He was the same weight. The Quag says no. Okay, Silver Tresalome. Let's just call him Silver. Says 300-pound. LOL. That was very suspect from the beginning. LR Chiga says, yeah, he went the distance with Duhapis. Uncle Burn apostrophe says reports say that they won't issue Fatso a license.
Oh,
no way a 300-pound dude can perform like that. AJ should not fight a cheater, and so on and so forth. I see we got.
There's a lot of hate for fat people. That's what I'm hearing here. People are people as well,
Yeah, you're right. You know what we should do? We should start this whole thing over, man.
You want me to come in? We start over.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call those fat shaming social movements. What do you call them? Like they defend fat people?
Oh yeah, the special interest group for obese people.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're the ones that also they're the ones that are against McDonald's and all these other companies because they want to protect pigs. They're for the humane treatment of pigs, and they're the same organization. Apparently, I heard they overlap in order to save money. Ironic. Speaking of irony and that dry Irish British wit. Well, we know Stu's Irish, but he pretends to be British. Anyway, we got Stu on the line.
I wasn't bad,
I told you what's going to happen to Price. I told you he's going to be sleeping. I told you the ambulance is going to come. The oxygen mask is going to come out. I told you he's going to miss the main event. I told you all them things were going to happen.
All right, Stu, are you there?
He's becoming fucking boxing style, man.
He's starting to turn to boxing style, yeah, man. What is it this time? One of your dogs bit you or something? All right.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear me. That's right. Yeah, I mean, fat boy failed a test, then I see.
Let me ask you this. Let's start off the bat, because I don't know if you heard in the beginning of the show, I said that when we talked about Miller before, somebody else had already mentioned that it was suspect that a 300-pound guy like him could perform the way he does. Was it you, or even if it wasn't you, do you agree with that now in hindsight?
I agreed with from the start. Yeah, it's very suspect when a guy carrying that sort of timber around is got the engine of a featherweight. You know what I mean? So yeah, of course I was a bit suspicious. I mean, this doesn't surprise me one bit. Does it you?
No, not now.
No. And to be fair, it's always the ones that call others cheats that are the ones that got something to hide. Floyd's another one, isn't he? I'm here to clean the sport up while he's fucking in his dressing room, fucking injecting all sorts of stuff in himself. I mean, it seems to be always the guy that it's cry wolf sort of thing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
What was
Yeah,
that
that's a good
cyclist
point.
name? Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong.
This guy also he talked about like he was against PEDs and all that crap. He kept talking about it, and he was a fucking cheater, man.
Yeah,
That's
that's usually the case. I mean, it sort of like takes the attention off them, or that's how they see it. So if they point the finger at someone else, it sort of takes the attention away from them while they're doing
Right.
it. But you know, Baby Miller's finished, mate. He had his chance. I mean, no one's gonna. This is not the first time I believe he's been popped either.
No.
I believe this is the second time he's been popped. He had some garbage excuse for that, but he made the press conference all about AJ's ped use. Yet we're here talking about Baby Miller failing a drug test. I mean, it's mind blowing.
By the way,
I heard people say that Miller was how do you say it? Like there was a conspiracy, like his tests were tainted or something. I was like, come
Right.
on, why would he even do that? You know?
yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, maybe you know what some people are gonna say, that Joshua haters are gonna say that he was scared of Baby Miller, and so they doctored up the results. But here's the thing. Also, there's people saying, well, Miller couldn't have been using steroids or anything like that because look at the state of him. He's fat. But guys, remember.
I'm sorry. Yeah, go on. Sorry, bro. Go on.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's common sense. If you're using steroids but you're eating like a pig, you're still gonna be a fatso. So that has nothing to do with the issue here.
I'm sort of with Butcher in a way. I want the fight to go ahead just so he takes a pasting. You know, there's no better punishment for a drug cheat, any sort of cheat, than taking a pasting. That's why I always love watching Shane Mosley v Margarito. I just that was just a great moment for boxing. You know, let's not pretend Mosley's not cheating in his life because he's a drug cheat as well. But what Margarito done was disgusting. So I like to see cheats get their comeuppance. So I'd have liked to seen Joshua in there pounding in his face, but unfortunately, I mean, what fight are we going to get that's going to replace him? It's always saying, well, Miller, who's going to replace him? Because Kowanaki, whatever his name is, the Polish guy that who's Baby Miller's friend, I believe, isn't he? And he is
right.
gym partner.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Replace one fatso with another.
Well,
yeah. So I don't know if I want to see that, to be honest. If
we
can get Ortiz, yeah, that's about it. If they can get all, but apparently Ortiz's team has said he's not ready. He never is ready, is he? This fucking guy, man.
Well, he's 50 years old, man.
Still ain't ready. Do you know what I mean? It's just a joke, man. This guy, he'll be in his coffin before he's ready. Do you know what I mean? So
he's 50 years old, man. Come on, you gotta give him credit. He's 50 years old. He has to get up in the morning, stretch his old bones and his tendons. Come on, let's not expect him to get out of the bed.
I just don't see Joshua having any sort of name to replace Miller with. I think the card's going to end up flopping. It's not going to look. I mean, whatever Eddie Hearn, I mean, fucking everything he touches is blowing up at the moment. He's having an absolute stinker.
Well,
obviously it's not his fault.
But how much was Miller going to get paid?
Card. $7 million.
All right, so throw $2 extra million there and give it to Gillon White to step in there last minute. Why not?
Yeah. Listen, I don't understand. It's not like we were gonna have AJ against Wilder or you know what I mean, like a super big fight. I mean, he was fighting Baby Miller, who he's from Brooklyn, he's from the area in New York, there, whatever. But he's not a. It's not a big deal if they replace him with Luis Ortiz. You know what I mean? He's not like, I want my tickets back. I bought a ticket to see AJ against Baby Miller, but now he's not in. Miller's not in the car. I don't want to go. Come on, man. People are there to see AJ fight for the first time in the United States. That's what they want to see. They don't care who he fights, man. Seriously.
No, but I think there was a method behind the Miller in New York. You have to. It's like if you're building a guy, you have to fight a hometown guy, sort of thing. It really helps with the brand, especially in New York, if that's where you want to base yourself, sort of thing. Miller was a perfect fight for him for commercial reasons and building the brand. And I just find Dillian White, you can offer Dillian White another 4 or 5 million. He's not going to take it.
Yeah.
Dillian White has not. He's not turned down this fight for money. He's turned down this fight because he knows he can't win, and his pay-per-view days are over if he gets beat. So he'd rather, instead of fighting Joshua and getting destroyed, he could fight 2 or 3 Derek Chisoras and make the same sort of money. And I think that's what the way he's looking at it. So it's not about money with White. I think he just knows that this little thing he's got going with Hearn at the moment and Sky, pay-per-view fighter, amazing, really. I mean, It's all over. It's all over if Joshua stops him. So that's not happening. I mean, where do we go? Tyson Fury's not going to take the fight. Wilder, definitely. He ain't going to. Well, he turned down 40 million, so he ain't going to take fucking 7, is he?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Throw 2 extra mil plus, I don't know, a fry up or something for those fucking British stomachs, and I think he takes the fight. Why not? The fight is what, a month and some couple of days away, so that's still, it's not exactly short notice.
Yeah, I've lost a bit. It's lost a bit of spice, this card, for me. It really has. I mean, I mean, they was talking about Manuel Cha. Manuel Cha can go and fucking do one. I don't even want to see his fucking grid anywhere near a boxing ring. Never mind in a Joshua
Right.
card.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So I just, who is there? I mean, unless we get fucking Daniel DeBar to step up doing Anthony Yard on us. Do you know what I mean? That ain't gonna happen, is it? I mean, I don't know. Fucking.
Well, apparently,
This
I just read the news. Apparently, Joseph Parker wants another shot at Anthony Joshua, and he says he's willing to step in there.
Wait, did you read?
Americans don't want to watch that.
Well, but it's better than
Michael-
not. It's better than. Was that Pucho?
BDA, did you hear the notification, the donation alert?
Yes.
Oh,
You didn't hear
Is
it?
this the place? I'm looking for that PEDs, I guess.
Oh shit! Sorry. Yeah, I forgot to shout out to Michael Stott for the contribution. He says, "Is this what did he say? Is this the place?"
I don't understand.
Yeah, the joke went over my head. But shout out to Michael Stott. Did you hear the notification though, or?
Yeah,
Okay. By the
I
way,
think so.
Stu, I can hear myself in your a little bit, not too much, but I can hear myself a
Yeah.
little bit in your.
I'll come off and come on again. I think that's what
All
I
right.
did last time.
All right, so you guys bring up a good question. So you're saying from a business standpoint, this card is already fucked because Miller won't be fighting. So who is the best guy? All right, Butch, I'll ask you.
Luis Ortiz has already fought in New York, anyways. I'm telling you, and yes, maybe Miller, he's from New York, but come on, man, it's not like I don't know. I'm not from New York, but how well is he known over there? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How big of a star is he? Come on, man. He's coming off a fucking fight with Dinu or something. Get out of here.
All right,
Was that
so
his last fight?
you talking about Miller?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was against Dinu.
Yeah,
Dindu.
Dinu. Okay, come on, man. Yeah,
All right, how
the
about-
arena,
How about David Hay? Would you be willing to see that one?
Sure. Actually, yeah. Why not, man?
Well, David Hay apparently has said, he's rang Eddie Hearn and said Derek Chisora is willing to step up, but that's not going to work in America.
Nah.
He-
Derek Chisora is a less good version right now of Dylan White, so I don't want to see him against Joshua.
No. Not. I mean, it just doesn't. It doesn't look a good sell when you got American casuals looking at the record and they're seeing Derek Chisora with nearly 8 losses or whatever it is,
Right.
fucking 7, 8 losses. It just that don't sell in America. You know, to the Brits will buy that all day long, but not the Americans, man. So it's a tough one for Eddie Hearn. I mean, it's a real stinker. But Baby Miller, that fucking guy, man, should never be allowed to get a title shot ever again. I mean, he's ruined a good card. He's ruined a life-changing money. Right, because his fat ass can't train properly, he has to take steroids to lose. I don't even know why he wants to lose weight. When you're 300 pounds, does an extra few pounds actually matter? Do you know what I mean?
Well-
It's not like he's getting himself into good shape, is it? Trim and
Well,
get a
he likes to
six-pack.
eat.
I mean, I don't know. It's fucking this is boxing for you, isn't it? Fucking bottom of the barrel.
I gotta
Yo,
agree there.
I can hear myself, man, on your side.
Yeah, do you have your
I don't
speakers
know.
on or?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know what it is. I'll have to come off and come back later then.
Well,
That's weird.
yeah, I just heard myself right there again.
I think you have speakers and they're fucking loud. That must be it, man. Yeah.
There he left. All right, listen, we'll see what happens there. You know what, Bucho? They said that whatever it is that he was taking, Miller, GW501516, also known as Endurable. Apparently, it's used for it was used as a drug candidate for metabolic diseases, cardiovascular diseases, but it was abandoned in 2007 because animal testing showed that the drug caused cancer to develop rapidly in several organs. Hold on a second. G Boogie just donated, and he says Luis Ortiz watch is made for Aztec stone and saber-tooth tiger leather band that his father gave him a couple of years ago. Yeah, wasn't Noah Luis Ortiz's father? Is that?
I think that's the legend going on, like the myth.
Well, that's what G Boogie is saying, that his watch is made of Aztec stone. Oh, with the Ortiz jokes. So shout out to G Boogie for his contribution. We appreciate it. But yeah, apparently Endurable gives you a risk of cancer. So that means, Bucho, that if Miller keeps taking that, he might have to chop his titties off, like Angelina Jolie, get a mastectomy. And
oh yeah, she didn't. Yeah.
Well,
I don't want to get into Angelina Jolie's tits, but she didn't chop anything off.
Well, that's
and Durable sounds like a futuristic game ball where the players that lose are killed.
That's right there. And by the way, if Miller takes Endurable, he gets titty cancer, and if Ryan Garcia takes it, he gets ovarian cancer. Can people get cancer in the ovaries?
I don't know.
I don't know. Listen, we don't know shit about PEDs and about medicine here, but apparently this Endurable, it's not even on the market really. They use it mostly for animals, it says on Wikipedia. I mean, they just come up with all sorts of shit, huh? To inject themselves with. Hey, this is given to fucking pigs. All right, let's inject it. Hey, this is given to horses. Yeah, let's inject it. I mean, this is disgusting. Would you take that risk, Bucho? Taking something that's for animals and putting it in your body?
Oh no, never.
Wait a minute, what? Was that?
What? No, of course not, man. Jesus Christ.
Magic Man says people can get cancer. Was that?
No, nothing.
I'm just reading the comments.
Go ahead.
LR Chiga says innocent until proven guilty. Well, he has been proven guilty. He tested positive. Anyway, Shlomo says, what about Andy Ruiz Jr.? It's a LA fight though, not New York. At least he's American. Incredible. Yeah, but he's fighting this Saturday, right? So, Jay Perez says Nowacki and Ortiz are the only two names. Nowacki and Ortiz are the only two names which make sense. The Fight Scout says BDA Boxing, yeah, you can get cancer in the ovaries. Magic Man says people can get cancer in every tissue aside from nails and hair. Good to know. The Quack says AJ versus Price, get the chalk ready. Oh, come on. Would you want to see David Price getting flattened? Hey, maybe. Why not? Give the New York crowd a show or something. Make Joshua look like Mike Tyson in there. So that's what people are saying. Yeah, G Boogie just said what I said. Innocent until proven guilty. He was already proven guilty with his failed A blood test. All right, so I guess they're waiting for the B test, or the B sample rather. But you know what, Bucho? Would it surprise you though that they would maybe try to save this card by doctoring the B sample and saying, you see, he didn't test guilt. He didn't test positive in that one. Let's continue the fight.
What happened with Morales? Was it against Danny Garcia?
Yeah, the rematch.
Yeah. So he tested positive on both, right? And then the fight still went on, right?
Some shenanigans. Maybe somebody in the chat room can remind us, but it was a real weird situation where I think it was USADA and not VADA. And so with USADA, they could, I don't know, they were more flexible, I suppose, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Ka-ching, give me the money. But they let that fight go. So, but anyway, listen, a lot of people are pissed here, understandably, in the chat room. Stu, they're calling him all sorts of names. We're not going to call him any names. We're going to refrain from doing that because
this fat son of a bitch, this fat son of a bitch is going to call us all out. He's fat.
All right. I didn't touch any of that. I don't know who's playing those sound effects. Point is, Bucho, the point is, if there is a point, you're saying Ortiz, Nowacki, so you would prefer Ortiz, right? As a replacement?
I would prefer Ortiz, absolutely.
Now, in theory...
Absolutely, and he has time to train. Man, get out of here. What is it now? We're on the 17th of April.
Right.
Oh, come on. I'm sure he's... I mean, if Luis Ortiz is not at the gym, then fuck, I don't know. He should fucking retire. You know what I mean? So he's ready. He has enough time to train. Let's make that fight happen.
Just out of curiosity, if they they said, listen, Dylan White wants to step up. Who would you rather see there, Ortiz or Dylan White against Joshua?
Dylan White.
Because Dylan White was already in there.
No,
You know what I mean?
Luis Ortiz. Yeah, Luis Ortiz.
But
Because
then again, Luis
I want to
Ortiz.
see how because they some people talk about how good Luis Ortiz is and he gave a tough fight to Deontay Wilder. Man, I think AJ destroys him quite easily.
But
So-
Ortiz already. I mean, yeah, Dylan White already fought Joshua. That's true. But then again, Ortiz is 50 something. So
whatever. He was 50 something when he fought Wilder. So I don't.
yeah,
see
but
the
now he's
difference.
50 something and plus. You know what I mean?
Like what? When was that Wilder Ortiz fight? 2018, 17.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 2000.
Just make the fucking fight happen, man.
No, it was 2018.
Why
It
would I
was
want to see
2018.
what the hell has Dylan White done, anyways? That's
Well-
the fucking thing. Well, Dylan White already got knocked out. Get out of here, man.
I
He's
know.
fucking Chisora or something. Get out.
By the
of
way,
here,
some
man.
people are saying that not to play any more dirty sound effects. Trust me, I'm not gonna play any more.
Make me like that, dirty motherfucker! Yeah! Make me a fucking bitch! Yes, make me a fucking bitch!
All right, I don't know who's playing that, man. I don't know
Who's
who's playing that. I don't
You
know.
fucked my tits, came all over my fucking face.
All right,
Are those your neighbors, BDA?
No, that's not my fucking neighbors. Those aren't my neighbors.
Fuck is going on here?
What the fuck's it look like? What's going on? Fucking your daughter.
All right, listen. You know what? I don't know who's playing those sounds. I think it's. Oh, by the way, we got Johnny Boy on the line. Johnny Boy, you there?
What's up, boys? I was just talking to Del Boy and McGregor about this on his stream.
And what do they have to say?
Oh, the same shit. They're just like, oh, what the fuck? You gotta be fucking kidding me. You know.
Is everybody pissed off with Miller now?
Yeah, they, like I said, Big Baby Miller's the only guy who that I've ever met that overdosed on patty melt. So that's what Dell and McGregor were just saying, because my phone was about to die with them, so I had to jump off. But I fucking yeah, dude. I mean, if it comes down to a replacement, I'm good with fucking the Polish kid or 73-year-old Ortiz. I mean, it is what it is. You got to make do. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, that's what Butcher just said. He would prefer Ortiz than Dylan White. Now I gotta ask Stu. Stu, are you back? Let's see if he...
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, so I gotta ask you the same question. Who would you rather see in there, Joshua, against White a second time, or would you rather see Ortiz in there, who does punch significantly harder?
Oh, I want to see Ortiz in there. I've already seen White. The White fight's always there. That's always there for another day. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon anyway. But that's for a later date. For right now, Ortiz has to be the one that I want to see. And let's put this Ortiz myth to bed. You know, the boogeyman. Let's put the boogeyman to bed, because that's what's going to happen if he fights Josh. I think he'll get slept in devastating fashion. And another fight is gonna it's gonna be another one that makes Wilder's resume look even worse than it is, sort of thing. So I'm lost for words, boys. I'm lost for fucking words. You know me, I've usually got a lot to say, but I'm lost for words, because this division is not stacked as it is. You know, we're not rolling the names off the tongue here, are we? And a lot of them are duckers. It's the coward division, isn't it? That and the welterweight division, the cowards division. So. I think the Polish lad, Kownacki, is it? I think he'll take the fight. He'll step up, and it'll be exciting. But he's just not good enough, not technically good enough. I know he's a warrior and he's tough, but you can't fight like he does against Anthony Joshua. You're falling into his hands. He'll tear you up. Tear you to pieces. I don't know, man.
People in the chat are mentioning Andy Ruiz.
But he's fighting this Saturday, no?
No idea.
I think. Or
hey guys,
too small.
Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck.
All right, now
I rather see Luis Ortiz. I'm telling you, because people to make that comparison with Deontay Wilder. Wilder struggled with Ortiz. Let's see how AJ does.
You think AJ stops him?
That's the only one, really.
You think AJ stops Ortiz? Because if he doesn't, he's going to be in trouble.
In brutal fashion. That'd be his last fight.
Well, he should. Anyway,
Ortiz won't fight.
Yeah, I think it would be his last fight. That's for sure. Speaking of Alright, hold on a second. We got Recognize the Matrix on the line. Know what that means.
Don't get fooled when they tell you that the crime rate is down in New York. Every time I watch the local news, they're always talking about, well, there was a stabbing here, there was a stabbing there, there was a shooting there, but the crime is down.
Alright. Recognize, are you there?
What's going on, man?
What's up? Good to have you on board. Good to have everybody on board. So I'm guessing you heard the news, right?
I heard the news last night, yeah.
Surprised? Not surprised?
No. I mean, I knew he was doing something. But, you know, let's not pretend like, you know, Adri's just drinking vitamin water and orange juice and, you know, he's just got a natural body the way he does. I'm not saying he's taking something, but, you know. Anyway, it is what it is. Not surprised. You know, Jarrell Miller just stayed letting Brooklyn down. You know, Brooklyn cats are very disappointing these days. So, I don't know, man. I have
well,
no,
you think people are gonna turn on him in Brooklyn? Because people are already turning on him here in the chat room. And, of course, Stu says he doesn't want to see him.
Brooklyn dudes turning on each other is nothing new.
Right.
But
he really likes people from Brooklyn.
Yeah, they're my peoples, man. I look out for them, you know. I don't trust them, but...
I tell you what, though, VADA could single-handedly destroy boxing.
Oh, absolutely. It's Stu. You know, these people, this is what they wanted, right? They pretended that they wanted, right? When Floyd was running scared from Manny Pacquiao, I need a blood test. I need a blood test. Because, you know, little Manny Pacquiao is so swole. You know, he's just beating the shit out of these people. I need a blood test, right? Now you got it, and now you're going to start seeing what's happening. All these fights are going to go down the drain.
Well, it's like Chris Eubank Sr., isn't it? He put Michael Watson in a coma while he was on the floor taking oxygen. Eubank was commanding... What's that fucking noise,
what
man?
The fuck? Who's in space?
Jesus Christ.
Somebody back in the forklift up there, or what?
No, that was my microwave.
Oh my god!
What a surprise! It's under
Eubank
microwave.
Senior. Eubank Senior. He actually he had Michael Watson in a coma in the canvas with oxygen mask, and he was demanding that he took a steroids test while he's fucking out of the coma. I mean, yeah, I mean that was one that always it didn't sit well with the British public. To be honest with you, I think that's why he got a lot of stick after that. But yeah,
I mean, they want to do all these testing, and that's what's going to happen. The B side is usually going to always pay for it, right? They're going to get busted. It's going to be used as a political weapon because I do believe at certain levels these guys are taking something. You know, whether it's like it really improves your performance, they're taking something. It can have a placebo effect. You know, just the fact that they're taking it that makes them confident. It's dumb. But, you know, I wanted to see that fight, too. I wanted to really see the fight. I was confident that AJ would beat him, but I thought that I thought Miller could have, you know, he could have provided some kind of problems. It's funny how he accused Wilder of taking steroids, right? And he gets, or taking something, and he gets popped for you know, he pops dirty or whatever.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe you know, my little conspiracy side is telling me maybe somebody's telling him, yo, you shut up when it comes to the Golden Boy. You know what I'm saying? Because we know y'all all taken, but we can't have the Golden Boy, you know, name being tainted.
Wait a minute.
It's not a knock on AJ. It's just a little conspiracy.
It is a knock on AJ.
Yeah, but we're getting to the stage yet. No, but listen, no one's no one's going to get away from VADA. I mean, if Canelo Alvarez is getting busted, then everybody's
getting busted. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they are single-handedly going to ruin boxing. We are getting to the stage where I'm not even going to take a fight seriously. Not even after the weigh-in. I'm only going to accept this fight's happening when they're walking into the fucking ring, because that's how boxing has become. I mean, you've only got most fights are getting cancelled for some reason. I remember I wanted to watch one fight. I can't remember. I think it was Frampton was fighting someone. Got really excited for it, and the fucking guy come over to England. Recognised. Can you just pause your mic, please? Because
I muted him. Yeah.
What was you talking about? What was I talking about again? Got fucking
That you hate
distracted.
boxing and you're
That you're a racist
very,
too.
yeah, the racist. No, but no,
Oh
you were
no,
talking
yeah,
about boxing.
there was a fight. There was a fight that I really was looking forward to, and this guy, he's come over from, I think it was Mexico, or somewhere like that, and he's gone to the weigh and he weighed in, and just as the fight's going to start, the same day, he falls over in the shower and splits his fucking eye open. The fight's off. I mean, if it ain't the Peds doing it, it's some freak accident. We're just not getting any fights. I mean, someone's going to pull a shoulder injury when one of these big fights. It's just. We're just not getting
So,
it.
so it's either that, or then you get one of these dumb motherfuckers like Broner who gropes some stripper at the club and gets arrested, and then the fight gets thrown out.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Even with Kovalev, I think Kovalev, I reckon he's going to take the fight with Yard in Russia if they let him, and he's going to stay in Russia. I don't think he's coming back because he's got a prison charge ahead of him. I thought.
He's not gonna go to prison. This bitch is lying, man.
Well, like I said, if he does, I don't know the ins and outs. I've not really looked into that, but there's people saying he could be going to jail, and if that is the case, he might stay in Russia. That's probably why he's fighting Yard over there. But
by the way,
Stu, there's I'll just tell you real briefly. There's a lot of holes in the story, and like if anything, he'll get like supervision or probation. He ain't going to the can though, bro.
Yeah, well, I hope not. I hope not, because
Listen, if he wanted to hurt a bitch, man, I think the bitch would be dead.
Oh, mate, you're talking about a man. You're talking about a man that's killed a professional athlete in the ring. What would he do to some 8-stone woman?
I don't know, man. Some guys, listen. Just because you're a boxer doesn't mean your wife beating skills, or not wife beating, but women beating skills are good. It doesn't. Boxing doesn't translate.
Yeah, I mean, Ike Turner will tell you that.
But I was gonna say, some guy. There's a guy in the chat room named That Guy, and he says, Stu, let's not pretend like your boy Anthony Joshua isn't on something.
Is AJ your boy, Stu?
Yeah, but first time I've heard about it, I have to let AJ know about that. You know, have I ever once said that Anthony Joshua is not on Peds? Never once.
I don't think so.
No. Now he hasn't been tested positive. He's getting all the testing. I know that he does get tested a lot. Maybe he's got the new masker that's masking his roids. I don't know. I'm like Butcher. It's boring to me, all this roid shit. I don't really know it ins and outs. But all I know is that the likelihood is you don't look like that naturally coming out of your mother, do you? It takes work and a certain steroids, if you know. So of course he's on them, like everyone is. But my argument is, you have just let them all take them now. I'm getting to the stage where I think we should just let them take them, because we're not going to get any boxing, because we're getting card after card cancelled through VADA testing. And a lot of it is for stupid little things. I mean, like the Billy Joe Saunders thing, a fucking thing he stuck up his nose. I mean, are we really going to cancel a fight for a bit of Vicks? I mean, come on.
What's in a Vic? Oh, but yeah, you're right. You're right.
All right, by the way...
Yeah. I mean, even if it makes you breathe a little bit better, I think we should just open the book. And it's a bit like if they want these boxers want to roid themselves to their fucking brain frazzles and they end up dead at fucking 50, then that's up to them. But, you know, I think we just got to open the book now, because we're not going to get any fights. I'm telling you that now, we're not.
If they want to end up like Chris Benoit, that's their problem.
Well, yeah, you know, yeah. If they want to be choking out their family, that's their problem.
If they want to turn, what was the fucking Amityville horror over here? Kill the whole fucking crew.
Hey, listen.
What was that dude's name? Roy DeFeo?
I don't remember the guy's name, but oh shit, Bucho, what was it? Was it Focusrite or Line In that we're supposed to use for the microphone? Oh, I got it. I got it written down. All right, so yeah, so okay, so do you guys think? Well, hold on a second. We're gonna hear the fucking. Hold on a second. I have to set up. We're gonna be taking calls, by the way, guys. So you get the phone number right there on top of the screen. You let us know.
Start your show now. Press 1 to hear.
All right.
Important.
Shut up. Come on, let's start this.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
5 seconds, guys. 4, 3, 2,
1. Here we go.
Please keel over and flick my bean.
All right. We're live right now on Blog Talk Radio, so if you want to call us, go ahead. The number is right there on the screen. Go on over, scamper on over to YouTube if you want the full episodes, or you can also check us out on Spreaker and iTunes, BDA Boxing. And so we're going to be taking phone calls, guys. So if you want to call in and give us your opinion on Anthony Joshua, and of course, Jarrell Big Baby Miller, who just tested positive for a couple of substances. Oh, no, just one substance. Give us a call. All right, number's right up there on the screen. So go ahead and do that. I got the volume here. I got a knob. What's that?
He's gonna get depressed tonight and overdose on Flamin' Hot Cheetos because the fight's off.
Well, listen. Speaking of that, I just read right now. This is in the news right now. Miller is making an official statement, press conference. Let's see what he has to say. All right, that wasn't it. What the fuck? Who's playing that shit? Anyway, listen. Like I said, if you want to give us a call, go ahead. So we've established that, like Stu said, the heavyweight division, it's a little scarce, and Big Baby Miller just ruined this. But let's not forget. Remember, we had Precise here on the show once. We were talking about steroids, and he said that this whole VADA, USADA testing, they use it selectively. Like Recognize said with that conspiracy theory that maybe they use it to make a point. So I don't know. I don't see any proof, but it's possible, right, guys? What do you think?
What, in other words, what, do you mean what? In other words, throw a few patsies in there?
Yeah, throw a patsy in there.
No, I think they're testing. I think the opposite. I think these guys are really popping dirty.
Yeah, but no, of course they're popping dirty, but it's getting to the stage where because they're all on it, they're all popping, and we're not getting any fights, bro. We're just talking about it. We're not seeing any action. I mean, I think. Let's be real. I wouldn't be surprised if Christina Hammer and Clarissa Shields are on it as well.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And like I said, my problem's not with steroids. My problem is the fights being cancelled. I mean,
yeah. All right, now listen. We're gonna be taking a phone call right now. So remember the etiquette, guys. Don't make a lot of noise. Don't laugh too loud. Or actually, try not to laugh at all, because that's gonna mask the caller. So 510, you're on the line. 5110.
What's up, everybody? This is Ross Clot.
Oh, hello, Ross.
222, the one and only.
That's right. Good to have you on board, man.
So here's the deal. What's up, everybody? So what's up, Recognize? All right. So here's the deal. The new thing is because Miller tested positive for the banned substance, Anthony Joshua is in fact ducking him. They're also saying that Hearn cheated on the test, and they paid people to doctor up the test so that he could test positive. And they're also saying that he should fight Luis Ortiz. Now, here's the thing. Where is Luis Ortiz? Like, where is he? Because I haven't seen anything or no tweets, no Instagram posts, nothing of him saying, hey, I'm available. So why is it that Anthony Joshua is being blamed for his opponent testing positive for a banned substance?
Yo, Rasclot. They're saying that he's ducking Joshua because he pissed dirty. Is that really what they're saying? That's crazy.
Yo, I've seen a video. I've seen a video recently where the guy was literally saying Anthony Joshua is ducking Miller because he doesn't believe that Miller tested positive. And I'm like, it's crazy to me. I'm telling you, I don't know if you guys see all over YouTube because I'm always watching videos. Wilder fans are literally the worst boxing fans of all time. Worse than the Pac-12.
Without doubt.
Promos.
Without doubt.
By far, they're the worst.
All right,
yeah,
so
they're pretty terrible.
Well, they're clowns. Let's be real. They're not true boxing fans. They don't care for boxing. They care for skin color. That's all they care for.
Or culture, or something that
and the victim card. They're good at that.
Yeah.
You know something.
How can hang on a sec? Recognize how can this be Anthony Joshua's fault? You know, Anthony Joshua's not to ringing up Baby Miller. Oh, did you making sure he popped his peds for the night? You know, did you before you go to bed? Did you pop your peds? He ain't doing that, is he? Miller's the one taking the drugs. Miller's the one that had a chance to get his family out. Well, out the fucking hood and you know, and make a proper name for himself in boxing. And he's ruined it because he couldn't do it the hard way. He had to cheat because he's a fat lump that doesn't take boxing seriously. He's not a, you know, this guy don't want to train properly. He wants to cheat. So at the end of the day, he's a clown. Everyone's giving me sticks saying, "Oh, you didn't say this about Billy Joe and all that." Like, yeah, I've said about Billy Joe. He's the same. His career's gone to shit, just like Baby Miller's will.
Yeah. Right. And the funny thing is when with AJ, they're saying, oh well, they were crying that Wilder should fight Povetkin. They were crying that Wilder should fight Povetkin. So how come they're not crying for the Miller fight? How come they're not saying he should fight Miller? But the difference is, if Miller was to try to counter this lawsuit or whatever, he would lose because he clearly tested positive with VADA. Whereas Povetkin took them to court and he won because he wasn't dirty. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's
exactly, Ross.
You can't compare the two. You can't compare the two. It's bullshit. You feel me?
You know what it is about?
It's bullshit.
You know what it is about these Wilder fans? They don't care about content. They don't care about the in between, right? It's like, yo, listen, I'm willing to listen. You know me, Ross. I'm willing to listen. I love conspiracies. If you have evidence that shows that Miller was being messed with, I want to see them. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them.
Right.
And I want to see Miller fight for himself and be like, yo, I'm taking y'all to court because y'all try to frame me.
Yeah, well, but this is a guy that's been popped before. He hasn't got a fucking leg to stand on in court, any court. This is a guy that's got caught cheating before. So it's just another day in the office of Baby Miller. So, you know.
I kind of disagree. I understand what you're saying, Stu, but at the same time, I would say this. Look, I could be a criminal, right? A 3-time felon. If you accuse me of a crime and I ain't do it and I have proof, I'm taking you to court. That's it. I'm just going to be like, look, you know, I know I got arrested in the past, but what you're accusing me of, I had nothing to do with that.
Well, wait a minute. Recognize. When you said, what if I were a 3-time criminal? If you were a 3-time criminal? Come on. Let's be consistent here, all right?
I have no comment about that.
All right, listen, we got two more.
Let Rascot finish because we have other callers.
That's what I was going to say, Butcher. Yeah, fuck. All right, Rascot, anything else you want to say before? Because we got other callers.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing. I don't know about you guys on the panel, and I don't know about you guys in the chat room, but when Clarissa Shields and Hammer did the weigh-in, and I saw that black ass in them little panties, I was like, oh, shit, I don't know about what the chat room is talking about, but that manly ass was looking good to me. Whatever y'all talking about, she looked like a man, and all this little shit in her shoulder. I'm like, shit, I would love to have that muscle butt sitting right on my face right now. She could keep her gloves on, and we could get popping. You feel me?
I've seen a few people say that. You know? I've seen a few comments where people have said they'd like to do that to Shields. I mean, I mean, Recognize thinks Hammer's ugly. I think Hammer's all right. You know, I think
both are.
Peace out, fellas.
They both are.
No, I don't mean Hammer.
All right, Rascal.
She's got a nice body, Hammer.
Later.
You know, I didn't really look at her body that much, but.
All right, guys, we need to move on to the next caller. So.
All right, let's get to the next caller. 646. You're on the line.
That's New York.
646. You're on the line. Yes. Hello, 646. Can you hear me?
Nah, he dropped off. Maybe it's the guy that's after Recognize.
Nah, he would have stayed on the line a little bit more. All right, let's go to 805. 805, you're on the air on BDA Live. What can we do for you?
It's California.
Yeah, what's up? It's Mike Stott from the 805, Oxnard.
Hey, hello, Michael. How are you, man?
How you doing? I'm gonna keep it.
Recognize, man. I chopping at your fucking dinner or something. You're chopping at some salad or something. I can hear some.
Yeah. No, that's not me. Can't be me.
All right, guys, mute your mic during the calls, please, and unless you're gonna say something, because we can't hear with the callers. All right, Michael, sorry about that. Go ahead, man.
No worries. Oh, I just wanted to make a quick one. It's just I think eventually in boxing, there's gonna be a huge scandal where everyone just starts kind of ratting on each other, and everybody just gets exposed to all the shady stuff each promoters and each fighters are doing with all VADA and USADA and you know what I mean, all these drug testing agencies, and it's going to be the way it was in America with the MLB and the NFL, when they all got caught with all their athletes using steroids, and it had to get more intense. And
Right.
I think eventually that's what's going to happen with boxing.
Well, now let me ask you this though, because we're talking about the possibility that maybe, just maybe, because you look at Anthony Joshua, it's pretty. It's probable that he's on something too. How come he was caught, and how come he wasn't caught and Miller was, and recognizes saying it might have been, some shenanigans going on backstage? What do you think?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just kind of like the old weaponized testing. Like, I think if they want to go after certain boxers or certain people, maybe like I don't know if either people are spiking people's stuff or like they're just poisoning them, or if they're actually just, they thought they could get away with it, but they're just getting kind of like burned out because someone got paid money behind the scenes. And a lot
so
of
I was just going to say, that's the excuse Kid Galahad used. When he popped for Peds, he actually said his brother spiked his drink for a joke or something. But yeah, that could be you don't know. Fighters' drinks could be spiked, but I don't know. I just don't see. I think when you look at the fighters that are getting popped for Peds, I think the evidence is there. You've only got to look at the fucking shape they're in half of them. With Miller, that's definitely a dieting, because he's not taking Peds to get a six pack, is he? Let's be real.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, all right. So, Michael, you're saying in the near future, everybody's going to be cannibalizing each other, and it's essentially you're saying it's going to be like the Me Too movement, except with PEDs and in boxing.
Something weird like that. But then, like, I don't know, is it going to affect like boxing where everybody's just kind of out of shape, and because they're like so paranoid about getting caught on something that they're gonna it's just gonna be a bunch of fat heavyweights in there that can't have any stamina.
Well, you're seeing something like that already in. All right, now it's Stu that's making noise, man. What the fuck? Yeah, mute your mic, please, man.
Stu was accusing me of what he did not.
Well, listen.
I sit on this show for hours in silence. I make a couple of noises here and there by mistake because I forget to mute, and that's about
There's
it.
no such thing as mistakes here. Listen, the point is this. Wouldn't it be fun, though, watching a bunch of fat souls going at it, slapping each other out of shape? Because that's what you get almost a little bit with the UFC. These guys, they finally got tested. They're not allowed to inject testosterone or the testosterone replacement therapy. And you saw a guy like Victor Belfort. He went from Superman to just like an average Joe. So anyway, that could happen.
Oh, definitely.
Anyway, look, listen, Michael, we got another caller. So anything else you want to say before we let you go?
No, thanks for having me on. I'm going to stay on in the chat and keep listening to what you guys say.
All right, fantastic. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for calling in.
Peace, Mike.
All right, that was Michael Stott. Shout out to Michael. And now let's go to another phone call here. 646, you're on the line.
Oh, New York again.
Yo, am I on?
Yeah, you're on.
Yep.
Yo, I just want to say fuck Mikey Garcia. I don't care about Anthony Joshua. I don't care about that shit. Fuck Mikey Garcia. He's overhyped. He's a cherry picker. There hasn't been enough videos going in on his ass. He hasn't shown his face since the ass whooping. They say he's elite. He hasn't fought anybody in 40 fights. In what is it, 31? Fuck that, man.
Now, wait a minute. You better watch out how you talk, man, because if you're in Texas one of these days and he becomes a cop and he tracks your ass down, he pulls you over, I don't know. Things might go bad for you, man.
He becomes a cop and he tracks your ass.
What the fuck?
Be a Texas State Trooper.
Oh, shit. He dropped. All right. 646, you dropped off for some reason. But he wants us to go in on Mikey Garcia. And I think he dropped off because he was... Was that?
I don't think he liked Mikey Garcia, man.
Yeah, I think that was...
like Mikey.
Yeah, I mean, after that performance the other day, it's not a lot to like, is there? I mean, that's
man, the hate on Mikey's still fucking going. Fuck.
Well, I mean, come on. It's
well, come on. I mean, he sat there, didn't he? He sat there fucking in the face-off, thinking he's fucking El Chapo. Thinking he's fucking El Chapo. You know what I mean?
Right.
Giving it Barry Big Zero. He did nothing on the night. All he did, I mean, I think the most work he did was the pump fist at the end of each round. I mean, that's about the hardest he worked through the whole fight. He was dreadful, and he deserves no credit at all.
No Paul had it a draw.
Oh, now wait, I'm not gonna let you besmirch this.
No, get the fuck out of here. No pal.
Yeah, well, no,
Where's
no,
no pal?
no pal
I'm joking.
give him 5 rounds to be a Mexican.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking, bro. I was being sarcastic.
Okay.
Same, man.
Wait a minute,
Sorry,
I got a
no,
wrestler.
pal. I was just breaking your balls a little bit, kid.
I didn't know. By the way, we got Pete and Gonzalo just came in.
Hello, fellas. Everybody's here.
All right, how are you guys doing here?
Draw some chips. Draw some chips for the boys to play. Come on.
Doing all right.
All right,
What's going on, fellas?
Well, not much, man. We're just talking
What's
about
up,
fucking
What
fat
was the name
baby
of that fat
Miller.
burner that Baby Miller was on?
Yeah,
Write that down.
It's called
Super Bowl, I think it was.
Patty melt. It's called patty melt with extra bacon.
I think he's wasting his money.
I think it's called the fat fuck burner.
I think he needs to get a refund for whoever he bought that shit from.
It's called it's called the Bobby Bacala special.
All right,
what
come
the-
on. Come on.
Pete, man, Pete, come on, man. Are you in the fucking?
Pete, what are you dragging
Pete,
a
get the
fucking
fuck outta
body
here,
in
man.
the basement?
The fuck? What he was dragging? Listen, guys, if you're at the shop chopping up a body or something,
Yeah, that's exactly what Pete was doing.
you can't come in and start fucking.
Oh, hey, yo, recognize. Your microwave in your dishes sounds a lot like your weight set. You told us you were working out the other night.
Oh.
Cut the shit. All right, my bad, boys. I didn't know you could hear that. But no, I just got quiet in here so I could get on. But I'm hearing what you guys are talking about, and as far as drug testing and stuff, do any of us want to see clean boxing? I mean, it's going to be a step down, man. If every one of these guys come in clean, you know.
Well, you've only got to look at the standards of the UFC, how it's dropped dramatically for me. I mean, I don't know if you got. I'm not a major UFC fan, so I might be wrong, but I've seen the standard of the fights, the excitement drop. I think.
Huge.
Yeah, I think boxing could be. Yeah, I think the boxing could be the same. And like we said, you ain't got to be a fucking a scientist to work out that Vitor Belfort looks a lot better when he's taking peds than when he ain't. You know, it's not rocket science, is it? So of course you're going to get. And these guys are going to have to fight longer as well. You're going to get these guys fighting to their 42, 43 and still competing. So for me, let them take roids. If they end up like Chris Benoit or fucking the British Bulldog, that's their problem. Do you know what I mean? So they're there to entertain us and give us the best. And Peds make them better fights. So yeah, I'm all for it now.
All right. By the way, that guy in the chat room says Stuart AJ Little. He's saying you're an AJ fanboy, man.
I mean, this guy's been. He keeps saying, I don't think he's got another joke in his fucking brain cells to come at me with. But I don't remember any time on this show where I've sucked up to AJ. I've criticised AJ and I actually turned on AJ a little bit when he fucked around with the Fury and the Wilder saga and the Fury thing and ended up with scraps. And I thought I'll blame that on Joshua, and I believe Joshua's on ped. So I don't know what the fuck this guy wants me to say about Joshua.
You know what?
Do I have to assassinate his mother?
Stu, you know what, Stu, you know what, bro? I can vouch for you on that. I remember you being critical of AJ when all that shit was going on. Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool. I praise him as well because he deserves it. The guy's had 22 fights. Look what he's accomplished. Look at the money he's made. He's the second big. If I'm going to start giving discrediting this guy for what? What am I going to discredit him for?
Well, you know
Obviously,
what?
You got to give him criticism. He needs it, but this guy has done great with his career.
For this guy,
far better than Wilder.
For that guy, call in the numbers right there on top of the screen. Call in and let Stu have it, because it's about time somebody let this guy have it. Listen, he's an Irishman pretending to be British. I've had it with Stu, and I want somebody to give it to him.
We got a lot of pretenders in this hangout. We got a few Mexicans. Well. That pretend to be Canadian as well. So, yeah, we've got all that.
First of all,
with a little French Canadian accent there too.
I've gone on the record. I'm transracial. I'm transracial. I've said it before. I'm not hiding anything. I'm transracial. A bit of Japanese, black, and maybe a little Jewish here too. Although they're not a race.
We've got all sorts here. We've got Johnny the Bull Gravano. We've got.
By the way, all right.
You give me somebody good like Giancarlo or somebody? Still, come on now.
All right then, yeah, you got, yeah. Sorry, I called you a rat there. I didn't mean.
I'm just fucking with you, buddy.
Hey, listen, we got.
Sammy the Bull was a killer, bro.
I want to say something. I want to say something before we get to.
Rat or not, that ain't the dude you wanted to fuck with.
All right, guys, hold on. We got to keep in mind we're a lot of people right now in the chat room, so let's not let this get out of hand. First of all, I'm keeping an eye on the chat room, and I want right. I'm keeping an eye on the phone lines, and I want that guy to call in. All right, that guy calling. Also, I want to get to Official Boxing Scorecard, who just came into the hangout as well. Official, are you there?
Yeah, man. Good evening, guys. I just got back home, so I tuned in, and that's all.
Wait. You're doing well. You live in France, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you just got home. I know for a fact what's going on over there right now. It's very important. It's been all over the news. It's the fucking swinger convention is over there, right?
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
So that's where you just got home from, right? I know what you're doing.
You didn't have anything to do with that burning over there, right, Official?
You weren't smoking a cigarette on that construction site, were you, Official?
Well, sorry. Can you repeat your question?
I get the question right
here. You
didn't
throw a cigarette out on that construction site. You weren't working on the cathedral, and you put a cigarette out up there on the scaffolding, did you?
The old Notre Dame.
That was. No, in fact, man, I just got back home because.
Come on, show me I'm your little fucking whore! Fucking show me!
All right, who's playing those sounds, man? Come on. We're trying to keep
You
the
gotta
show
tell your
PG.
neighbors to shut up, man.
Yeah, you gotta
neighbors are wild.
Yeah,
mute your mics, guys.
I
Come
know.
on.
Is that you?
You're breaking up, Stu.
You're breaking up, Stu. I think it's him. I think that's the guy. I think he was the one playing the sound effects.
Dropped out, man.
They got him.
I think, yeah, he was him. It was him who was playing the dirty sound effects. Let me tell you something. We are going to be... Easter's coming up.
The IRA got him.
Easter is coming up, so we're going to watch either The Passion of the Christ or The Last Temptation of the Christ, and we're going to post this live. Butcher, which one do you prefer, Passion or Last Temptation?
Oh, Passion. All the way.
Passion.
Both.
All right.
Both.
That's because he's a Mel Gibson fan. Here's the question I wanted to get to. Getting back to boxing.
For obvious reasons.
All right. I wanted to get back to the boxing thing, and I wanted to ask you guys, let's get to the PDs. If a guy tests positive for PDs once or now twice, like Miller, should he be banned from boxing?
Yes. Yeah, good point. He should have like a three strike rule or 2 strikes, man.
Right.
It's getting boring.
He's probably going to get suspended for a year. I don't know if look, man. If you're gonna follow the rules, then if the rules are for everybody, and there should be stiffer punishments. Yeah, if you get caught multiple times, yes.
All right.
There's no suspensions here. There's no suspensions here. This is a drug testing agency contracted with a promoter for this one particular fight. There's a lot of gamesmanship going back and forth about this. About the drug testing does not take effect until the day the fight is signed. That's why the A side signs last and makes the B side sign first, not knowing when the A side is going to sign that contract.
That's a good fucking point.
What doesn't matter, Bujo?
Just a comment that is making me laugh. Ed Caller, you want to read it, BDA?
No, I do not.
Okay.
What did it say?
Nothing.
No, don't fucking...
Let's move on.
I think this is really bad for Miller.
What's wrong with the Jews?
Because
do you think so?
Yeah, because if he gets suspended for a year, he's gonna be inactive and he's just gonna eat a lot of burgers, cheeseburgers, gonna gain a lot of weight, and he's just never gonna come back. He's like it never was.
Good point.
Not even a has been, you know.
That brings up a good point, man. Was Miller any good? I mean, because you have to assume he was taking something else during his whole career to allow him to be a fatso competing at this level. Is he any good? Or is he just a fatso cheating? Is he just a cheating fat piece of shit?
No, he's good.
Cocksucker.
He's good. He's good. He's good. I mean, he's good for his peers. Yeah, he's good for his peers. But what I mean, look, he's okay. He popped 30. That doesn't mean that AJ is not on something. I'm not throwing AJ under the bus. What I'm saying is maybe AJ's smarter. He knows how to do, the right shit. He's got smarter people around him.
He knows how to beat the test.
Right. He knows how to beat the test. That's all that could be. That's just, You know, it could just be one guy's a little bit more educated when it comes to taking stuff,
We're
and
not,
the other
man.
guy's not.
Go ahead, Stu.
Yeah, we're not popping. We're mad at Miller for ruining a card. Basically, that's what I'm mad at him for, anyway.
Right.
Yeah, listen, recognize you said that. Okay, maybe AJ he's better at hiding it. Okay, well Miller is not good at hiding it, so that's his fucking problem, right? So I'm pissed off at him for not doing it the correct way, the proper way.
Guys, I have a controversial question for you.
Go ahead.
So you've seen Krola Lomachenko weighed in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw it.
So I wrote you in the group chat that to me it looked like I haven't paid a lot of attention to it, but for a second it looked like Loma had the AGH gut. Do you think so, or am I wrong?
I didn't see too much of
You
a
know
gut.
something? Look, I love Lomachenko. I think he's a great fighter, but he does have a physique that kind of reminds me of a guy that's on PDs. But that doesn't mean he is. I'm not saying. Look, I think all these guys are taking something, and they should be. How dare you ask them to go in there and just be all natural and think that you're going to get a great, unbelievable performance? These guys take performance enhancing drugs. That's what they do. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. I'm not going at you, official. I'm not going at you. I'm talking about like
no problem.
The fans, like the regular fan. Now, since you brought up Lomachenko, and this is not a knock on him, he does have a physique of a guy who's on something. If you look at him, he's built like he's got the six pack. He's muscled up. When he swings, you can see the fucking veins coming out of his chest.
Don't get too excited.
No. Anyway,
well, I never thought
it's not only him, and it's not the reason why. It's not only him. I believe his opponents are on it too.
Yeah, I believe so too.
I think he's one of those guys that like, hey, like we're going to a gunfight. Bring whatever gun you want. I'm bringing mine. I'm bringing the gun that I'm comfortable with, and I'm betting that I'm gonna outshoot you.
No, of course I'm not knocking on Loma neither. I just saw it, and it was such a difference to me because when I was looking at Lomachenko before, I've never seen any signs of PEDs. But for that split second, I thought I've seen the AGH gut, so it was interesting, and I wanted to bring it up.
And it's a good point, official. It's a good point because remember the guy's coming off a shoulder injury, and maybe HGH is actually good for stuff like that. It's good for getting when you get an injury, you heal better. You know what I'm saying? So
well, yeah, its name says all. The human growth hormones.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a good point.
I mean, the good thing about the steroids is that fighters will be able to form better when they're carrying injuries. We've only got to see the Manny Pacquiao incident with Mayweather. He was terrible. His shoulder was playing up, and he was dreadful because of it. I think if he'd been allowed to pop the peds and take some painkillers and whatever else, I think he'd have performed a lot better and would have got a better fight. So yeah, you do get your ups from letting them take steroids. Should we say it does? Does have performances.
We would have got a much better fight. I agree with Stu. Like, look, you have one guy in there who's juicing. That's Mayweather. And you had another guy that wasn't. So you got a boring fight. I think if you would have had both guys in there, Mayweather and Pacquiao, you would have had a much better fight.
That's correct.
My problem with believing, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, that this happens 100%. Like for example, with the AJ and the Lomachenko case, is that they have a lot to lose. I mean, if they get busted one time, their sponsorships, their revenue, their money making potential goes down dramatically. I'm just kind of amazed how Canelo that didn't happen to him. And also, these guys train religiously. Like Lomachenko, he just does everything. So that could maybe be why his body's like that. Just had to bring those two things.
Look,
up.
I don't want to be a hypocrite. There are guys that could work out without taking stuff. They can work out and they can be consistent, and they just eat good and they take care of their body, and they can and they can build up. There's a lot of people that can do that, but when you're performing at the highest level, like these guys are, it's a mental game. So they tell these guys, listen, if you take this, they may not be like they do that shit all year round. Maybe to get themselves in a certain type of shape for fighter X. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna say, look, man, when you fight that dude, you gotta be a little bit on something, so that way you can have that extra gear. You could be in sort of like an even playing field with this guy, because we're hearing rumors that he takes something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand, like it's similar to like fighting in the streets, bro. It's like, you fight a guy with a reputation and you kind of know what you're gonna get yourself into. You might bring a knife with you. You're like, oh, hey, listen, man. That motherfucker likes to pull out a knife in his fights. Here's a little razor blade. Put it in your side pocket or whatever.
Mm-hmm. But you know what?
It's just that it's more sophisticated. It's sportsmanship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point. But you gotta remember, man.
It's always a knife with you Puerto Rican guys, isn't it?
Oh, jeez.
The thing that I could see, yeah.
That's something. That's not a stereotype. They fucking love to pull out knives on you.
I know. The thing is, in all seriousness, though, it's not about building up though with these boxers, man. These guys can't. It's performance enhancing, so it's your aerobic, it's your cardio, it's your recovery, it's your strength. They can't just shoot roids like NFL guys can and put on 20 fucking pounds, because it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Now you're out of your weight class. You can't do that.
Pete, when I was talking to you in the chat, Pete, you kind of, I think you hinted like you already knew it was diuretics that this guy popped 34. Then I send you the link, and then I think you responded. You said, I knew it. I think it was something to that effect. Where
I honestly, I was cracking a joke because he's such a fat bastard.
Right.
That I was like,
that's
there's no
exactly
way
what it turned out to be.
Yeah. Then I go, well, fuck. What? And then the report calls it QO 1402. It's like, the fuck is that? It's not. They didn't even give it a name. Like,
right.
The thing that I can see with the guys that are not getting popped, especially the ones that have a lot of money and can pay for scientific word, so to speak, that they stay ahead of the curve. They're maybe taking something that is not banned yet. That's what I think
they also dictate the terms of the drug testing. They also dictate the frequency, the start date, the stop date, which substances are covered, if it's blood, if it's urine, how much, how often. That whoever hires the agency, and that typically is the A side.
You know what?
They determine all of this.
I'd love to hear what Jimmy has to say about this, but he hasn't been in a while. But I would also like to hear what Trap Media has to say about this, because he was pretty high on Miller coming into this fight, and now that he's popped, and it's the second time.
That's right. Trap's boy is he's the only one I've ever met that was a big Baby Miller fan. That was like a legit fan of his.
Right, hardcore.
I don't know if Trap's from Brooklyn and that had something to do with it, but
let's send them a link.
Yeah, send him a link, Bucho. Try to get him in here. I don't know if he's gonna. He hasn't been on a while though, but I'd love to hear what he has to say.
If I can just go back to what Gonzalo said a second ago, these guys don't carry any kind of scarlet letter with this. I mean, who was the last heavyweight to get involved with PEDs that made the media? Who's the last heavyweight to fuck around and get called out for this?
Tyson Fury.
No, it'd be Ortiz, right? The last guy to fail, the last guy to get popped by VADA. Pre-fight was Ortiz, leading up to Wilder, correct?
That's right.
All right, and that's the same guy. That's the same guy that's about to get the call, about to get the nod to step into the fight. Now that Big Baby's out, you follow me?
Interesting.
So these guys don't carry it like that. It ain't like that, and there's no suspensions. Suspensions, when you, like the UFC, like when you agree to a USADA governed policy where they not only test, but they also make rulings, they also make findings. This here is just simply a drug test. Like I'm hiring a guy at the shop here, and he has to go get drug tested. It's just a formality.
The thing is, they don't even know really what they're doing. They're banning something new every week. You know, it's complete mess. They're actually holding boxing underwater until it drowns. I'm telling you
Right.
now, VADA will fucking destroy what's left of this shitty sport. And I'm sorry to sound negative, but we're not going to get the fights. We're not. VADA have stepped in. They've got an ego about them now. VADA have actually got an arrogance and an ego about them. Where they're actually, it's like the Liberals have put VADA together. We can't ban it through the legal way, so we'll just ruin it through other ways. Get some yuppie little biologist to come and make some
Oh,
fucking.
come on. Come on, what is this?
Yeah,
you
you know,
recognize Michael
The
fucking
thing with
conspiracy theory night.
the New York State Athletic Commission, they're the strictest. Remember when Wilder got beat up and they stopped the fight in the 7th round, gave him extra time? This was Ortiz. They're the ones that take it to the limit. If anybody, they're gonna put a suspension on Miller
For that state, for New York,
for New
Right,
York
it's
State.
just for
Yeah,
New York State, yeah, and maybe
maybe
and
that
maybe
state.
certain other states might follow suit, but that's
Well,
not
no, we know
it's
that
not a
doesn't happen.
guarantee.
They're in
Right.
competition for these fights.
Yeah.
You know, you see
It
the
was-
UFC event, John Jones moving the UFC event from Vegas to Los Angeles
Gotta let
because of that
somebody-
issue.
It all happened because one guy got a beating. I can't remember their names, but in a fight in New York,
Hey, I gotta tell you
not
guys
too long
something.
ago.
I gotta tell you
That's
guys
why.
something. I don't know if
Ruiz.
you, I don't. You tell me what you guys think about this. Now, I was thinking about going. I told the guys I was thinking about going to get tickets and for the fights because it's over here in Madison Square Garden. Somebody, I got a legit hookup when it comes to tickets, right? Like I know somebody who actually like works for MSG the whole nine, and I always go see that person, and they usually get me tickets for the Garden or the Barclay. And he said for some reason, man, they're not giving me those cop tickets. You know, those tickets on the side that they'll give to like their employees. He said for some reason for this one they're not giving that.
All right.
That's a little interesting because they don't do that for. And I asked him, I said, maybe because it's a big fight. Because I don't even. He's like, big fights. It doesn't matter. They always give us tickets. They didn't give them tickets for that one.
There's something fishy about that.
Right.
Sounds a little
you know what I'm
fishy,
saying? 'Cause
yeah.
he's over here telling me no. Because I said, well, maybe it's AJ. He's like, nah, bro. That's not it. It's just.
Well, hold on. First of all,
they're being stingy. He said they're being stingy, I guess.
all right, before we continue, you're there's some clipping coming from your end.
Yeah.
Recognize, like I don't know if
All right,
it's
how about now?
I don't know.
now?
Well,
What the hell are you doing? Like, no,
Not right now. Not right now, no.
But the whole time, every time you talk, there's like,
You sounded crystal clear yesterday, Matrix, like you're on a fucking Sirius radio or something. I don't know what's going on.
yeah, where
Well,
are you
no,
now?
he's
Though?
basically telling me what he was basically telling me. They're not giving the employees the comp tickets that they would give their employees for this fight.
Right. Well, now
You know
this
what
guy,
I'm saying? So
this guy has the inside scoop. Usually, is that what you're saying?
no, he's just an employee. Like he gets tickets. Like he has a very high position at the Garden, and for that company that just doesn't.
Boxing, concerts, whatever it is.
Whatever
there.
I
He
want,
gets,
whatever-
Yeah, he's got
yeah.
a little. Yeah, he works for the facility, and so therefore he
Right.
got access to certain comps.
and,
Right.
and he hooks me up with whatever I want. He said for this fight, they weren't giving him shit. They didn't give him anything.
Right.
Recognize. I used to get these. I used to get White Sox tickets all the time back in the day, bro, for like cheap and shit. And of course, this might have just been the company or whatever, the dude I knew, but I was always getting them, and then there was some kind of beef going on with the people where he was getting them from, and I couldn't get them no more and shit. Like, I don't know. I was just, I don't.
Right.
Well,
right. No,
sometimes-
listen. Sometimes it happens. I'm not saying that this guy that I'm talking about, that this was happening because they knew the fight wasn't going to happen, but for some reason, it could have been something different. Maybe companies
Maybe
change.
what it was. Maybe what
They
it
change-
was. It was like that episode of Seinfeld.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe it was maybe like that episode of Seinfeld where you didn't thank the guy, And that's why he stopped giving you the tickets. Or maybe he stopped thanking the guy that was giving him the tickets.
Yeah, recognize you're harassing his fucking ass. Every time there's a fight announced, you're calling the guy up.
Well,
asking for 100 tickets for you and everybody else. I understand.
Well, I mean, comes Christmas time, I always take care of this guy. You understand? Give him a nice little envelope. And be like,
a
hey.
little hand job. You mean okay? I get what you're saying. Yeah. Sorry. I thought you.
This is metro money, UK money.
I put a couple of Fazos in there. A couple of Fazos.
This is what the guy said.
I remember trying to get you to fucking blow me, and I had to settle for a fucking hand job and a tit job.
I don't know what the fuck you were doing to the guy. Recognize? I don't want to know.
Can you imagine BDA cutting up all these clips, all these sound clips?
That's not me, by the way. That's not me. I don't know where those sound clips
come from. All right, try that again. I didn't get the blowjob. I cut him off. Hold on. Let me get that again.
Wait, hold on a second. Before we continue, I see
drunk and in the nude.
Yeah, I do it.
Of course.
I see Stu's getting in. Hold on a second. Stu's getting into it. Who are you getting into it now in the chat room there, Stu? Who's going after you?
Stu? You want to talk about it?
Stu, leave him alone. Man.
Yeah, man.
They're just trying to poke a reaction out of you.
They're trying to get a rise out of you, Stu.
Leave our chat listeners alone.
No, seriously, what's going on? What's going on there?
Oh, now he
what is going on?
Now Stu times somebody out.
Really?
Stu's in there, go fuck yourself, motherfucker.
Yo, what the fuck's going on, man?
No, he's giving me shit, and he's lying, saying I said things I didn't say. And I can't remember what he just said. He goes, "Are you so and so?" And I said, "No, I'm the timeout king." I just timed him out.
G Boogie says that Stu is a midget porn star.
I'm giving him 3 minutes. I've just gave him 3 minutes to calm down, go and put the kettle on, take a breather, and then he can come back. He can come back and talk some boxing without his nonsense.
I've seen the chat is saying that Stu's harassing another viewer.
Yeah, that's me, mate.
Listen, call in.
I'm the rat detector. I'm the rat detector.
That's right. Call in.
Ozzy, you're next, bro.
And then G Boogie saying that Stu is a midget porn star. What's going on?
Did you wear a shirt that says rehabs for quitters?
Some people are hoping that AJ fights.
Cannelo's the only man I know that can turn porn into boxing just in a matter of seconds, man.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
I think he's fucking the girl, and then he's like, "Hey, did you know that?" Canelo's in
he's banging a girl, isn't he? Did you see Canelo playing, isn't it? Did you see?
You know, Chico knocked him out in the fourth.
Gonzalo's here to keep us consistent.
Gonzalo's a great boxing fan. He's not trying to fucking around. He's trying to
Gonzalo's like, hey, listen, man.
In Genesis, sorry, in Genesis 2015. All right, yeah, you go ahead, you talk. All right.
Some people, you know, guys, who I'm referring to.
Well, I know who you're talking about.
I hope he fights King Kong Ortiz, but anyways, he's only getting a 6-week training camp.
No, listen. Do you guys think that Luis Ortiz is not at the gym right now?
Yo, Gonzalo be like,
I would say, man.
Gonzalo.
He has to. He's an old man. He has to stay limber.
Exactly.
He's been training.
Swooping up.
Guys.
Oh,
all right.
Gonzalo be in there like, Fury beat that count. Fury beat that fucking count against Wilder.
Now turn around, doggy style.
But at the same time, I'm not too hyped anymore of that fight ever. If it would have happened, what do you think now in hindsight? That the guy was never that confident to begin with. So I mean, it's okay as long as they put somebody in there that's good.
Yeah, Baby Miller always looked like fake to me. I don't know how to explain it, but like all that trash talk and it just looks.
He looks like a rapper from the early '90s, man.
You know who he looks like? Recognize? He looks like Tim Dog, bro.
Yeah, fuck Compton. Fuck Compton. That dude was like Debo before Debo came out. He's like, yeah, who want to fight me? Fuck Compton.
But hey, like Gonzalo just said, he didn't really have real confidence in himself, though. If he had to be taking those things,
that's right.
That's got nothing to do with it. I expected him. No, that's got nothing to do with it, man.
You disagree? Go ahead. Recognize.
I'm sorry. Was Pete going to speak first?
No. Go ahead.
All right. So this is what I was going to say. I doubt that very much because, look, does it give you confidence in training? Absolutely. Okay. Does it give you confidence in fighting? No. That's two different. Look, dude, I know guys that could work out like better than me. They can't fight for. I say better than me, like I'm fucking amazing or something. But look, there's guys that are ripped. They all they do is work out. They can't fight at all.
Yeah. But he's a boxer. I mean,
No,
he's got
but
good
listen to what I'm
skills.
saying. Listen to what I'm saying, Gonzalo.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I mean by that. He has a trade that he turned fighting into a martial art for him, right? He's a kickboxer and he's a boxer at the same time. He could box. The hell was that?
What was that? Go ahead.
So that wasn't me. But anyway, he's confident that he can fight. When you get to this level, when you're making millions of dollars, well, you have the potentials of making millions of dollars. And remember, for these guys, it's about doubling up. You know what I mean by that, right? So if I beat AJ, whatever I'm getting for this fight, I can possibly make at least double the next fight. It's all about doubling up. So if I'm making $5 million for this fight, next fight I'm making at least $10 million. Okay? So yes, they're gonna give themselves and I do believe he thinks AJ's on something, right? So he's like, look, I'm just gonna even the playing field, so I'm gonna take some diuretics, something to make me lose weight a little faster. So that way I don't have to be focusing on just losing weight and I could just sharpen up my tools a little bit, do some more sparring. There's a lot that plays into it. No, the guy's definitely confident because he wouldn't be fighting if he would have not made it to this level.
He's confident when he takes that shit, though, right?
Apparently,
but recognize he's talking $5 million to $10 million. Go back to when he was making $5 when he couldn't even make a fucking paycheck as a fighter. If that was your profession, if that was your livelihood, if that was your job, what wouldn't you take? And I'm talking about going back to my first pro, my first amateur fight, going back to my first pro fight. As soon as I could afford to, well, I'm just going to speak. I'll keep it real. I'm not going to say names or accuse anybody, but all of these guys, the top level guys, all of them, every one of them, as soon as they get enough money to be able to afford these kind of services, they're gonna fucking do it. Why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they? Exactly.
Shit.
Of course.
So
It's
they're gonna get caught.
Yeah, they're not gonna get caught.
Well, this guy just got caught.
I know, Bucho. This guy got caught because of a political pissing match between two rival promoters.
And I think he's also a little stupid too. Wouldn't you say that, Pete?
This doesn't happen. Yeah, he's a little bit stupid. I mean, I'm the town dummy over here, so I can't talk shit. But
that means you could. that means you could beat up everybody where you're at.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Pete. Come on.
So apparently they did a study and they gave this drug. They gave it to mice and they increased their performance by 70%. They give it to mice in an experimental study. All I'm saying that Baby Miller, he got decent skills. He's good, but if he has extra stamina to push a 315 body around, that's got to give him a little bit of confidence that he can, maintain himself with his size.
Did the mice start banging on the rooftop on Bad Boys?
Yeah, I bet, man. I bet.
Yeah.
They probably got on that little wheel and spun it really fast.
If I had to just flat out guess, I would say that this is taking this substance from what I read on it about it last night. After Recognize sent me the link.
See, I didn't even know nothing about this till this morning, bro, because my fucking monitor on the computer blew up this morning. Yeah.
I mean, Recognize sent some link out late last night, and I saw it.
Yeah.
And so I looked at it, said he tested positive for, they don't call it, let's say, clenbuterol. Just put something familiar. They call it NC. Bucho, what's up, man?
Somebody's called the Black Lomachenko in the chat, and he has a picture of Lomachenko, but he's black.
I suggested that for his next ring walk if they make that fight with Gervonta Davis.
I've heard a channel say there's no way this guy's pure white. He's got to have a little black in him.
What?
Yeah, I swear to God. This guy said this.
Man.
He's gotta have a little something in him.
I'm surprised the Hebrew Israelites haven't claimed kings in Ukraine.
Yo, I was about to say that too. Fuck, you beat me to it.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't claimed the kings of Ukraine. Little black.
Steve Farhood's propping him up real good.
He has too much melanin in his skin.
Yeah, melatonin.
No, they're stealing that. But anyway, yeah. Listen, man. The drug
Listen,
testing.
if I had to guess, I would say to recognize this point about just intelligence level. He's a new. These guys at work here, they call him New Jacks. They go, this guy's a fucking New Jack. He's kind of a New Jack when it comes to boxing. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, he is.
So this drug, when you look into it, they give you this NOCO 1202 name for it. When you look into it, there's a name for it. It's not a fat burner per se, but in essence, that's what it is. It's not a diuretic. It's a fat burner. It speeds up your entire
metabolism,
cellular system.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like a thyroid medication, something that the warning from VADA back in the day, way back in the day. I'm talking about this shit's been around for a long time. Way back in the day was we in clinical studies, this was taken off the market. This is not an approved like a drug. Like clenbuterol is a pharmaceutically produced drug.
Yeah.
The company that was going to introduce this withdrew it from the market because of the side effects that they had in this study, which was that if you had a cancerous cell, it would accelerate the replication of it. So they sent this warning out in addition to outlawing it. If I had to guess, I'd say he's been using it since his kickboxing days, and he just continues to use it.
Yeah, so clearly Danny Jacobs is staying away from that shit, right? So clearly Danny Jacobs will never take that.
You fat fucking scumbag!
Oh,
No,
yeah. What I'm saying,
if it expedites your cancer cell growth rate, and he had cancer, there's no way in hell Danny Jacobs is ever taking that.
Yeah.
It's common knowledge the guys retarded.
I mean, listen, these guys. I think it's
BDA,
just
there?
an old drug,
Yeah, I'm here.
BDA, are you there?
Yep.
So you said we're gonna end the show soon. Do you want to just talk about Golovkin and who he's fighting next?
I don't know. Do we?
Well, probably.
Well, you ask.
Golovkin
He's Canadian, right?
Yeah,
Canadian,
he's from your country.
I don't know. He's not from Quebec for sure.
Yeah, he's undefeated.
Steve Rolls, 19-0 with 10 knockouts, and he's 35 years old. The fight will take place at Madison Square Garden, and that's pretty much it. And
Yeah, it's just a tune-up. It's a cherry pick.
It's a tune-up.
It's a cherry pick. That's all it is.
but it's a bad cherry pick, to be honest. I mean, I know a lot of us are Golovkin fans, but we gotta criticize this fight. It fucking sucks, man. I don't care.
I don't care to see it. Right? I know what's gonna happen. Golovkin's gonna beat the shit out of him. That's it.
It's his first fight with DAZN, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So this is.
So there's nobody. There's nobody else. Then Rolls.
There's a million other guys. But I don't know if you're catching on to this. But when these guys sign these long-term deals, these multi-fight deals. Let's go back to Floyd with that 8-fight deal with Showtime, right? Yeah. It's a big number, and it's for a multi-fight deal. The first one's always a fucking pushover.
Yeah,
Pete,
I was just gonna say Floyd's first fight over there was with fucking Guerrero. So,
well, Canelo's first fight with DAZN was who? Was
Rocky Fielding.
Yeah. Okay, and you're right, because in September, Golovkin is gonna fight the winner of Jacobs Canelo in September, so they really don't want to take any sort of chances here. You know what I mean?
And that's what it's all about. It's about a multi-fight deal. How many fights did Canelo sign with? Canelo, Triple G.
6.
How many?
Yeah,
six.
Yeah, 6-fight deal.
Yes.
Well, yeah. So obviously, this is all predicated on putting that in-house fight together between him and Canelo for number 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
And don't be surprised if they do it more than one. I could see Canelo fighting Triple G 3 times. 2 more times after that.
They better not wait till 5 and 6 because this motherfucker, he's not, spring chicken.
He's 37. Shit.
Yeah, right.
All right, gotta give a shout out to
To the
Official
gym for the
Scorecard
first time.
Boxing.
I'm 40 years old. I
Who
went to the
just
gym for the first time in
donated.
forever last night. I almost fucking died.
Just gotta give a shout out to Official Boxing
Go ahead,
Scorecard.
BDA. Go ahead, BDA.
Yeah, just giving up a shout out to Official Boxing Scorecard who just donated via the super chat, and he says Floyd's masseuse is saying that Lomachenko is ducking Lopez. If I was him, I'd be ashamed to say something like that. What's Teofimo? Thanks, bodyguard. That's a good fucking point. That's a good
Yeah, he is.
Fucking LRB.
I mean, Leonard Ellerby is just gonna talk, and he's gonna fantasize about Mayweather getting back in the ring so he can massage his fucking muscles, man. What's that?
LB has a little bit of brain. LB has a little bit of brain damage from the ass whipping Jay Prince.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
BDA, your volume's coming in really low.
Yeah.
So you have to understand. You have to understand that he's not all there. BDA.
Yo, listen. Leonard Ellerby,
He's
like
nosy.
I say, in the small civilization living in his
That's
nostril, can okay. Let me put it to you this way, bro. First of all, Lopez hasn't fought anybody in the top 10 yet. Second of all, and I agree he looks good, but second of all, the man who gave you a career, Ellerby, is the biggest fucking ducker of all time. So shut the fuck up. Get out of here with that shit.
Yeah. I mean,
he's angry. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, just he's angry because Lomachenko made a comment about how they're businessmen. But I remember from a previous interview that Lomachenko gave praise to Mayweather because Lomachenko said that he's done enough already, that he fought everybody and it's time. This is what Lomachenko said. Now he comes around and just criticizes them because they're making business moves. It's not about boxing with Tank Davis, but I mean, so these guys are like really sensitive.
Gonzalo, bro. Yeah, I that's what I said in one of my fucking little videos or whatever. I said the same thing. I said, bro, he's calling them what they are, dog. Because if he, they're athletic, bro. But an athlete will want to prove they the best, bro. Them dudes aren't doing that, dog. Like, no.
Can you imagine partying with LRB? Where the fuck the package go?
So what is people supposed to say? They're just supposed to shut up and just accept what they say. What are they, a monopoly in boxing? Is this the cancer that Bob Arum talks about that Al Heyman is spreading? That you're gonna do what you're gonna do and nobody's gonna question you.
Exactly.
You're supposed to accept that.
Well, easy, Gonzalo. Easy.
Calm down.
He just
Gonzalo's having
stated
flashbacks.
I mean, Floyd is taking a pride in being a businessman for so long time that.
Well, I mean, we already know the blueprint. The blueprint is to get like I'm gonna paraphrase what Mayweather said. So like.
You forgot the clapping.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, Lomachenko is gonna be 40, right? Yeah, like in 7 to fucking 9 years from now, bro. Yeah, he'll be 40 years old. What's your point?
I'm just blessed.
Well, that's his recipe. Go ahead, BA.
So he was
I'm just
basically saying
blessed.
we're gonna age him.
Listen. First of all, let's just. I gotta be here fair here because you guys are big Lomachenko fangirls. I'm not afraid to say it. Lomachenko's really just he's riding on the coattails of one big win, which was Gary Russell Jr. All right, everybody else he's fought, Rigondeaux, too small. Nicholas Walters, inactive. Jason Sosa, overrated. Linares, he was too fragile. Let me tell you, this guy has beaten nobody. He's overrated, and you fuckers fall for it. Come on. And you know what?
He lost to Salido. He lost.
That's right.
He lost. Oh, he lost.
He needs to move up in weight.
How many times are you going to say that? He lost.
He needs to move up
You don't give a shit.
to a welterweight division. He's 5'6". Marcus was 5'6". Pacquiao was 5'6" as well around. So, and they moved to welterweight, right? So that's what Lomachenko has to do, according to Stats.
That's right.
Well, how come? How about then? In that case, let's have Tank Davis fight Prograis and Josh Taylor. Then
they'll murk him.
Good point.
Hey, there's 6 weeks to that. There's 6 weeks to the Joshua fight. Maybe Loma can. Hang on 1 second, guys.
Listen, at the end of the day,
like I say, Floyd's just salty that Lomachenko's done more than a dozen fights than he did in fucking 35, bro. Let that sink in.
All right, listen.
Oh no,
I gotta say
BDA don't
something.
agree with me on this. Floyd,
No, I
Pretty Boy
disagree,
Floyd's
man.
resume was not all that, dog. He beat fucking Corrales and Castillo, dog.
Oh, and you forget Hatton, you forget De La Hoya, you forget Pacquiao.
I said Pretty Boy. I said Pretty Boy Floyd.
Oh, come on. You're going to get technical with me here. And by the way, speaking of the Golovkin fight, he's fighting a Canadian. Never underestimate that true northern spirit, which has been with us since the start of the nation. I forget when it started, but I know it started out off pretty good.
You know, because I know because when it comes to warriors, nothing screams warrior like Canada, right?
Now, I see a little sarcasm there. Sense a little sarcasm. I tell you, I don't appreciate it.
I'm just saying.
Not at all.
I'm just saying.
And what about
I'm
Puerto
sorry,
Rico?
I was a little out of line.
Which war did Puerto Rico ever win? You tell me that.
Which what?
Which
war?
We're
too little. We're too little.
That's right.
Hey, Zapata Boxing says Canada equals gays and cocaine.
And Hell's
That's
Angels.
it. That's it. I'm shutting. I'm shutting this whole thing down. Shutting it off.
Is this a family show? I mean, I don't get these jokes, man.
I mean, you're gonna badmouth Canada?
It's unacceptable.
Of all the fucking
Hey, you guys
places.
You guys got the Ndrangheta up there, though. I'll give you that.
That's right. I don't know what that is.
what?
but-
Yeah, because you got nothing.
What's that?
You got Justin Trudeau. I mean, hey.
That's right. We do have Justin Trudeau.
You don't know what Ndrangheta is?
No, what is that?
Oh, it's the Calabrese Mafia, bro.
Ah, Jesus, you and your fucking mafia, man.
You're here because you got nothing. You got nothing in court. You don't got the bookkeeper. You got nothing. Nothing. And if you were a man, you would have done it now. Cry me a river, you fat fucking baby. You disgust me. I don't want to see your fat face. Get out.
That's what people are saying. That's what people are telling Baby Miller. That's
Hey,
what
we
he's
had
gonna.
another phone call. You want to take it, or we just end the show now?
No. Let's take it. Let's see who
Take
this
the
is.
phone call.
484. You're on the air. 484. You're on the air.
Yeah, what's up? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Barely.
You guys hear me? What's going on, guys?
What's going on, man?
Man, I'm a huge fan of the show. I love the diversity. And, dude, you guys are growing, getting better, and you're the best boxing channel out there, man.
Are you being serious or?
All right. Sounds fine.
No, I'm dead.
Yeah,
I'm
you saw
dead
this
serious, guys.
You sound like boxing junkie, homie.
What
No,
you say, man?
I can't hear his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, your volume's a little low. I'm trying to boost up your volume. All right. So you said that this is one of the best shows around. What is it about this show, other than the diversity, that multiracial diversity?
Dude, you guys are very funny. You guys are hilarious. You and Bucho's even funny sometimes. BDA, you guys, dude, you crack me up, and your boxing knowledge is fucking insane, dude. If you listen to the LDBC guys, like, it's two different worlds, man. And it's just like, I just could listen. I love your 3-hour shows, dude. The longer, the better, man. It's fucking great.
I disagree.
Thank you, bro.
But
That's what I try to tell them. Stay on for 4 hours,
shit,
5
man.
hours. I don't care.
It really is.
Well, thank you for the praise. Now, is there anything that you would like to say in regards to Baby Miller, or any other subject? Go ahead. Don't be shy.
Besides that, he's fat.
I just read and heard that he failed he failed VADA.
Yeah, he failed VADA.
He failed his drug test. What a fat fuck, dude. Because, like, all the shit he was talking, like, when he was talking about AJ's mom, like, what? Dude, that guy just needs to get knocked the fuck out. He needs to get knocked out because, dude, and the heavyweight division isn't even that good, dude. Usyk cleans everybody up, in my opinion.
Now, do you think?
What do you guys think about that?
All right, who wants to go ahead and say something about that? He says Usyk cleans out the heavyweight division.
He's gonna
hold his own, bro.
He could, man. I want to see him against Takam before I comment on that exactly. But skill-wise, man.
Just to see how he does.
Yeah, I just want to see the Takam fight, just to see, just to get a feel out whether or not, this is going to be a little too much for him in terms of the weight, or he's just going to be fine. If he's fine, man, he's moving the way he moves at cruiserweight, and I see that the power is just
He's
about
like,
the same or
he's
even more.
220, isn't he?
I think the heavyweight
220
division is
and
on
six-
notice.
And 6'3".
Well,
Yeah,
I'll
he's
tell you
6'3".
to the caller's point, we did see that fight, and you can watch it on YouTube. What was it? Usyk against was it against Dubois or Joyce? Joyce, yeah. Joyce. He was schooling Joyce, and I know it was just a
Backing him up. He was backing him up too.
Hold on, recognize. Let the caller.
Oh, sorry. Got a little
No, that's
excited.
okay.
No, recognize it. No, you make very good points, recognize. And
Don't encourage him.
I watched the
Well, thank you.
the Joe Joyce fight, and I think Joe Joyce can beat most of the guys at heavyweight if he can take a punch, because he leaves his chin out there. If he can take a punch, like, he'll fuck Wilder up. Like, Wilder is so fundamentally bad. Like, he's absolute garbage, and like, I think a lot of people can beat Wilder at the top level. I think he's been protected so much.
Mm-hmm. Well, now let me say this, though. Let me say this, because you just said that Wilder sucks and he's a bitch. But, you know, if you're a BDA Boxing listener, you know that...
He can hit hard.
I know, but we like to... Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You know, here at BDA Boxing, we like to keep things positive. So if you say something bad, you got to say something good. Now, that's what I liked, that you said he's got good power. But now you got to say something bad again, though, to keep the balance. So say something bad again.
He's for male childbirth, so let's support the feminist movement.
Yeah, that gay comment is never gonna go away from him.
Dude, what the fuck? Who would say something like that? Like, even
Amen.
the I know, man. Like,
you know who would say that? Somebody that loves humanity. Somebody that loves humanity and who has a big heart. That's who.
Are you on about the pregnancy comment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what it was, corny fucking move by Wilder to get the social justice warriors and the lefties on his side. You know, the face of boxing, you know. I mean, not once, I've had 4 kids, not once have I looked at my missus and thought, yeah, I wish I was her. I wish that could be me one of these days. Not once. I mean, it's just, you know, any sort of man does not want a fucking living thing growing in his room. This is the heavyweight champion of the world, mate. It was a poor move to try and make himself relevant. And we're in today's society where if you're a do-gooder and you're, you know, social justice warrior, and you're all for transgenders and lesbians and gays, then
like, I want to have a baby.
You're a media darling. Yeah, well.
Like, dude, just imagine that. Like, Muhammad Ali, I want to give childbirth. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Listen, I tell you something. The Nation of Islam would have shot Muhammad Ali.
He said he wanted to get pregnant. Ali said he wanted to get pregnant by a white man. Then Islam.
He made a mistake. He made a mistake by saying that because he's not too smart. But then this is what happens. He overcompensates by saying he wants to kill another fighter because he realizes he said something very feminine. So
it's always with the murder. It's always with the murder with this guy. You notice that? It's always like I want to kill him in the ring, and then he's got a fucking mask on. He wants to be pregnant. He's all over the place.
He's a very mentally unbalanced
he's
person.
He's a fucking retard. But I gotta go, guys. I love it. Let me just say this. I love your guys' show, and like.
Can't hear this guy, man. Can't hear him at all.
All right, man. Thanks for calling. Call again next time.
Thanks.
All right, man.
Like instead of Ali, instead of punching that little gorilla, you know, he could have just like put it on his nipple and started breastfeeding it or changing his.
All right, thanks, caller.
If Wilder wants to know how it feels to have a baby, does he also want to feel how to like get impregnated? So like fucking penetration and shit.
Yo,
we need to ask him.
That kid sounds.
Hold on, guys. You're all talking over each other. It's turning into a real shit show, man. Come on. Listen, first of all,
we gotta end it.
Hold on. I just want to thank the caller because I didn't get a chance to thank him. Thank you, and thank you for the kind words. I didn't really appreciate you racially attacking Deontay Wilder, but I mean, we'll leave that for the next time you call in. Now listen. No, he didn't really do that.
I didn't hear I didn't catch what he said.
Well, that's because you can't catch. You're a white guy, so you can't catch covert racism. I am transracial on the other hand, and I can catch all of it. Now listen, I can catch a
shot. You got a little fucking attitude on you tonight, huh?
Oh yeah, I do. Because you know why? Because fucking Miller just ruined a fucking fight. That's why.
He fucked you up. He fucked up your pay-per-view.
That fat piece of shit. Did you guys hear the They had an interview with the guy earlier.
All these little trans ratios have attitude problems.
What did you say?
So
I can't hear anything. All I can hear is sound bites.
If you hate men so much, why do you dress like them? That's all I want to know.
All right, let's see what
He should
Baby
just come
Miller.
out with Heyman in a papoose.
Let's see
in his
what.
next ring walk. He should come out with Heyman in a little stroller.
Uh huh.
Be done with it.
Well, listen. That's one point of view.
Say it's
let's
his
see,
baby.
Let's see what Baby Miller had to say about that, about the whole controversy. All right, that's the same fucking sound clip from earlier. That's not him.
Still eating.
That's not him. I don't think that's him. Anyway, listen, guys. We
Hey,
talked
can I
about
I have a question for the group before we go. I know you want this to go on for another hour, BDA, but I do have a quick question. The interview where Wilder was talking about wanting to be pregnant, was that in print or was that a video? Was that a recorded interview? Does anybody recall where this came from?
Yeah, good question.
It's an interview.
I know that I know it was an interview. It was leading up to the Fury fight. I remember.
It was in a video. It wasn't on the paper. It was on the video.
Was it really? Oh, so he really said that.
Oh yeah, there's no getting away from it. He can't get away from this one. It's there for all of us to see, man.
MK Ultra talking.
And you know
Bucho,
something?
would you
His fans that were anti-homosexual are now saying, "Well, look, man, if you want to be gay, you can be gay. I mean, you know, it's part of life."
He wants to carry a baby, carry a baby. What the fuck, man? But you got to get some flack around Alabama for that. Like when he goes home, like, what the fuck was that, man?
Hell yeah! I know there's an LDBC channel that he's from the South. I don't know where from. I think he might be from Texas.
Alabama.
I know he don't buy that. I know there's an LDBC
I'm talking about
guy.
like when he's around town in Alabama, like when he's going to and fro, around town. Like, yo, Deontay, what the fuck was that, man?
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. But some of his fans are from the South. A lot of them are from there. And this is one particular dude. I can't draw his name right now, but he's from Texas. And the Texas Southerners, like the blacks over there, they're not down with that shit. Hell no.
Well, you see the video where he's twerking, right?
Who?
See that before? Deontay Wilder.
Twerking?
Yeah, look it up on the internet.
Oh man, are you serious, Gonzalo? Be
yeah, he's twerking. He's twerking in the video. Bruce
I
Wayne
think
put
I
up
saw it somewhere.
a video. Yeah, right. Official. It was funny, man.
I think so. Gonzalo.
You sure? Wait. You sure? Vane, Bruce Vane didn't make a fucking.
No, it's him twerking in the
that?
ring. He's twerking in the ring, but I think Vane just added the song. But this guy, no, or actually the song was playing already because he was physically twerking inside the boxing ring. You know, like when he trains, sometimes he just does like these silly moves like karate and shit, karate poses. Well, this time,
I like Vane. I like Vane. Excuse me. Whatever.
Yeah.
I like his channel, but he's definitely like anti-Wilder, and I get it because I don't like.
He was twerking. He was twerking when Spilka caught him, wasn't he? Just a little bit, like kind of.
No, he was dancing on the ring when he was training, like for a good minute.
Yeah,
I saw it. Yeah, but it was funny. Just he looked very. I mean, you wouldn't want to. I mean, that just didn't look cool to me. But obviously, he did it.
Suspicious.
Well, it's not gonna look cool to a bigot.
Exactly.
It's not gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna look
He's
cool to a
complex.
bigot like you. There.
Guy,
It's not gonna look cool to a bigot like Gonzalo, but to anybody that's open-minded, he's just having fun. I don't understand what the problem is. He's twerking. He wants to
If
get
I find the
pregnant.
link, I'll put it up.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Hey, Gonzalo was right. I'm watching it right now. Yes, it's on.
Yeah, put it.
Yeah.
Send it to BDA so he can put it on the. Yeah.
No,
You just type in Deontay Wilder's twerk team.
First of all, I would.
Is this
Nah,
your
I wouldn't
king?
put that up. I wouldn't put that up because then you guys are gonna make fun of it. All right, I'm not gonna fucking do that.
You watching the recognize?
Bruce Wayne he's crazy. Yeah.
He's twerking at 0:33:34.
Got the timestamp. The thing is this, like, I can understand fucking around in practice or, in training. Usyk and them, you see Usyk and them fucking dancing around like they're in a damn Ukrainian nightclub. Like they're fucking. You ever seen this with Lomachenko and
Yes,
Usyk dancing?
I seen it.
Yeah,
I
everybody
seen it.
fucks around in practice.
It's funny as hell.
He's so fucking unhinged, He's got a mask on. He wants to be pregnant. He wants to murder somebody. He gets that preacher voice going.
Zapata Boxing in the Zapata Boxing in the chat room is saying, type in Yusuf Mack fivesome, and I'm not gonna type that up. I already saw it.
Oh man, come on, man.
Yeah.
But listen, Yusuf Mack officially played himself. Like he played himself forever. Like there's nothing he could ever say.
Well, listen, I'm not gonna judge him. Not here, not on this show.
No, but he was denying. He was denying. He was like, nah, I ain't gay. You crazy motherfucker.
Oh man,
I like women.
I'm trying to be.
You don't like women. You like.
I'm politically correct. I'm politically correct. BDA today. All right. Somebody has to be to keep you fuckers in check. All
yes. Right? No. Listen, you're right, man. I mean, Justin Trudeau, I like him too. Just to be honest, I'm being honest with you. I'm not lying.
Hey, oh my god.
I think Recognize is gonna get a yellow card.
I'm gonna put something up in the.
I like the French guy too. No homo.
Recognize, you're asking for a yellow card, man. Come on, what's the matter with you?
I apologize, man.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Listen,
we're gonna end it.
We gotta go. Okay, we gotta go. Apparently,
yeah.
But
gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go. We're almost at the 2-hour mark here, so we don't want to keep it too long. But I want to give a shout out to everybody that was here in the hangout. I'm talking about Stu, Recognize, Pete, Official Boxing Scorecard, Johnny Boy, Gonzalo, and am I forgetting somebody else there, Bucho?
Not sure.
To the chat.
The chat.
Everybody to the chat.
Yeah, I like when BDA reads all the names in the chat when he's all fatigued. Go read everybody in the chat. Go ahead.
Oh, come on! Now you're putting me on the spot, man. I'll try to do it without fucking it up. All right. Zapata Boxing.
It'll take me 15 minutes to get it.
All right.
LR Chiga, Bay Area, California, German Persian, Lion Bar, Amok PvP, who was getting into it against Stu, Steven Schneider, New Day, Stu, who was taking motherfuckers out in the chat room. Who else do we have? Hold on a second. G Boogie, can't forget G Boogie, Michael Stott, Rod T. Davis, aka Root K. Davis, Rex Righteous. Wait a minute. Did he get banned, Bucho, or?
Oh yeah, this guy's on Twitter. He's an LWC troll. Everybody hates him. Like Haymanites. Steve
come on.
Fucking blocked him a long time ago, man.
Well,
LWC guy. He posts like fucking weird comments, and every time he posts a comment, there's like a GIF with it.
He's one of those guys.
So
all right.
Weird, annoying, man.
Yeah, if he's one of those guys, fuck it. Well, Canelo, Bay Area, California, Uncle Burnt apostrophe, Shlomo, Zapata, Nopal.
Yeah, Shlomo.
New Day.
Shlomo what?
I'm not gonna say it. Shlomo, Jason Bourne, Nicole E, Zapata Boxing, New Day, Virtuoso, Jason Bourne, and Box 88, Magic Man, Ibiz KAD. Alright, so shout out to everybody. I also want to give a shout out to... Hold on a second here. I'm trying to get something here. I'm stalling for time before I... Alright.
Who's that guy, Shlomo Bergenstein, with cheapy slip, whatever?
He's a very powerful individual, so you better be careful.
Yeah, very powerful individual.
I like Shlomo.
I'm trying to open up the fucking window here too.
Well, thank you for coming, guys.
Alright, I want to thank Michael Stott, G Boogie, and Official Boxing Scorecard for their contributions via the super chat. Thank you. Thanks a lot, guys. And thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And we will see you on the next one, folks. Take it easy. Till the next time.
Peace, guys. Thank you.
Good night, people.
Alright, see you guys.
Bye-bye now.